What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. I've been cleaning up this vise and putting this vise on my bench, and somebody asked me in the comments the other day, today actually, is when I saw this comment saying, when are we gonna get a full tool restoration video? And I know that that was not the first time I've got that question, and I really want to do that. But the problem is, as y'all know, on my videos, they're straight through. I don't edit any of this stuff. I'm not a computer guy. I'm not a technology person. I'm not a great YouTube guy, I'm just a dude making videos in the shop, So the answer to that question is someday, yes, I will learn how to edit videos, because nobody wants to see me, take a pair of pliers and hit it on the wire wheel for 20 minutes. And it's a long process. So you have to be able to make a video like that. I have to be able to make clips and then mash them all together to make it to where it's watchable. So anyway, but I did figure while I'm doing this, while I'm kind of done with everything, I can explain what I did and show what I used to do it, and make a video sort of like that. This kind of tool restoration video beta version. So this, I took it apart. This is the mechanism that goes in here and connects these two pieces, I thought about really going hard on these, maybe painting it and really cleaning up the rusty parts, but I just decided it looks so good. I oiled it up and cleaned up all in there, with these brushes. This was really dirty, and my little scraper. This all, I used this stuff. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this kind of lock lube. It's great for locks because it evaporates. It's not real oily, but it is oil kind of, and it makes it real easy to clean. So I sprayed this whole thing down and cleaned it with this brass brush. So anyway, and I took this off, this thing right here, and hit it with the wire wheel. And when I took this out, I hit it with the wire wheel. This was completely rusty. This vise had been outside on a trailer for years and years at a farm. If y'all saw it on that farm sale tool haul video. But, this is the wire wheel. I use this light here on the toolbox. This is not the permanent place for this wire wheel. It's just where I've got room right now. When I get my new shed and put my new workbench in, it'll be much better. So, a little safety tip, boys and girls. Don't take the guards off. I have the guards off just because it's so much easier to do stuff on the wire wheel and the fiber wheel, which is right here, without those guards in the way. But you should just don't do that. Don't be like me. Don't be stupid, because that fiber wheel will take a little bit of skin off if you really aren't watching and you move this vise. Because I have it in such a stupid little place up against this toolbox, I kind of have to move it around when I've got something big like this. So, yeah, I'm an idiot. Don't be like me. But anyway, I used this. This is an oil can that I've got in an estate sale recently. It's a beautiful little oil can. Plou's Oiler, Minneapolis, Minnesota. You see a lot of oil cans, but I only get them if I really think they're good, and this one is really good. It will shoot oil all across the room if you ain't careful, it'll shoot it. So, but I like to be real liberal with this oil. This is just 3-in-1 oil. And so I'm going to put it on now. And I cleaned up all in here where this goes, all these holes, and up in here, up in there, that part, that's where you really kind of need a Dremel tool for stuff like that. And this cordless Milwaukee M12 Dremel, this thing's pretty cheap, and I kind of thought it was going to suck when I bought it. And it's fucking awesome. This thing is great. I'm going to do a review on it probably soon, because you gotta have something like this, like these little wire wheels for these little Dremels to get in like tight places, like around here, you know, that you can't do on the regular wire wheel on the grinder. So that's awesome, and you can get it up in that hole and shit. Like places like that, you gotta have it. So, and it just goes in there and gets started on there's a place where this thread goes in. Real easy, nothing to it. And you know, if I were a really good YouTuber, I would be kind of taking clips of this stuff as I'm doing it. But anyway, so it goes like that, and then I took this little plate off, model 5170. That's the model number for this particular vise. It's got to go. It's just got 3 screws, and it goes on that little groove, and that makes it to where it catches and pulls this jaw in and out instead of just the rod. So it just goes, it's got 3 screw holes, 3 little Phillips screws. And like I said, if I was a good YouTuber, you wouldn't have to watch me put all 3 of these screws in. But since I'm just a dude hanging out in the shop messing with this vise, you gotta watch me put the screws in, you know. Try not to make it look too stupid. Make sure they're lined up good before you tighten this other one like I didn't just now. Put one in, maybe put like the 2 side ones on first is what I would suggest. Yeah. And then put the middle one in. Tighten them all down. See, if I was a good YouTuber, you wouldn't have had to watch me do all 3 screws, you know. There'd be like a little dun, 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 music, maybe like a little time-lapse video of me doing this or something. And I'd be like, yeah, smash that like button when you watch this video, you know. But instead, I'm just a regular old guy. But I put 3-in-1 oil all through here, and did this mechanism here real good with the oil and cleaned it up really good. So, I mean, and I don't y'all just love this adjustment better than like, so like here's the vise that was here, and it's got these little guys, which, you know, most vices nowadays do. But this swivel was not really that great, but like, you use this vise, and it's just like, it's so smooth, and the way this mechanism works is just so much better. It, like, you know, it just folds over, and you can do that, make it loose, go wherever you need to go, and then tightening it back down to where it can't move is just like that, you know. And this is so smooth now, like, I mean, you don't even understand how great of a feeling it is to use this damn thing. I'm super pleased with it, and I don't think I'm gonna do anything else to it, you know. I just think I'm gonna leave it be like it is, you know. It's just a wonderful little machine the way that it is now, and I could not be happier with that vise. This vise was $30, and it is just a great addition to the shop. You know, it just makes me happy every time I look at it and every time I use it. And you know, that's what's cool about these vintage tools. So anyway, that's kind of what I used and what I did. Make sure you've got a pair of safety glasses, because when you are using this, you see all those little bristles that are just missing off of here. They were flying all over the place. That's one downside. You gotta be really careful when you're using these, I would really not suggest this kit. I bought this kit for the Dremel. This is the Win, and the wire wheels that come in it absolutely suck. Like, I mean, all wire wheels spit bristles, but not, man, these are so cheap and they're downright dangerous. You better sure as hell have one of these, or else you will lose an eyeball. So little scrapers and stuff are great. This little Dremel tool really was awesome, but I think I'm gonna leave it just like that. So I hope that this was at least a little bit better than me just like showing it after I was done. I know, you know, I kind of showed a little bit of the process. It's really a simple thing to do. I just took it apart, cleaned up this rod, you know, this part and the threads that go in and connect it. I took this off, and there's a spring in here that connects to this to keep the tension going up and down when you loosen it. And you know, hit the plate and this with the wire wheel, and I just like sprayed this lube stuff all over this vise and just kind of cleaned it up. And I used this little brass brush. It's like a simple little brush that isn't gonna like really do a lot of damage. And I realized after that that there was a lot of paint left on it, and the way that it turned out, I think the way that it looks now is really beautiful. Let's see if I can get my tripod pointing at it here. I mean, don't you think that is just a beautiful vintage vise? I do. And if you guys like stuff like this, I hope this video kind of helps. We're pointing this in the right direction anyway. I am going to try and do some videos where I really kind of edit them and go through the whole process of restoring some tools, because I really like restoring tools and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But there's the vise. Thanks for watching.